Welcome back to another episode of Brian Reads the News. This is where I take an article in the USA Today website. I read it, take it from my mouth to your ears to let you know what's going on in the world today. Let's take a look. Here's one that caught my eye. NFL Playoff Picture. Cowboys beat Lions, maintain pressure on Eagles, 49ers in key NFC races. Every week for the duration of the 2023 NFL regular season, USA Today Sports will provide a real-time updates to the league's ever-evolving playoff picture. Starting after Sunday afternoon's late games and then moving forward for the remainder of the schedule through Thursday's game or Saturdays, if applicable. What just happened? What does it mean? What are the pertinent factors and perhaps tiebreakers predominantly in play as each conference's 7-game bracket begins to crystallize? All will be explained and analyzed up to the point when the postseason field is finalized on the evening of January 7th. Here's where things stand at the moment. AFC Playoff Picture. Number 1, Baltimore Ravens, AFC North leaders. Decisive win at San Francisco sets them up for an even bigger game Sunday. Beat Miami and the Ravens clinch the playoff first round bye and home field advantage. Remaining schedule versus the Dolphins and versus the Steelers. The 2 Miami Dolphins 11-4 AFC East leaders. They secured a long-awaited victory against a team with a winning record, Dallas, and locked into the playoff field, continuing to apply pressure to the front-running Ravens in the conference while not giving any more ground to the hard-charging Bills in the divisional race. Win out, and the Finns snag the number 1 seed. Win at Baltimore, and they wrap up the AFC East. Lose out, and they could be a wild card. Remaining schedule, at Ravens versus Bills. Number 3, Kansas City Chiefs, 9-6, AFC West leaders. Cole in the collective KC stocking. Not only did the reigning champs fall to secure their 8th consecutive division crown on Christmas by stumbling against Las Vegas, they played themselves out of any shot at the AFC's top spot. But one more win and the division is theirs. Remaining schedule versus Bengals at Chargers. Number 4, Jacksonville Jaguars, 8-6, AFC South leaders. They've lost 4 in a row and 5 of 7 and look like a team that should have a top 5 draft pick after getting embarrassed at Tampa in week 16. Still, the Jags are hanging on to the first place by retaining the tiebreaker, 4-1 division record to hold off the Texans and Colts. They swept Indy, who are also 8-7. Remaining schedule versus Panthers at Titans. Number 5, Cleveland Browns, 11-5, wild card number 1. They've now won 4 in a row, enough to graduate to postseason for the 3rd time since their 1999 rebirth. The Browns can still win the AFC North and even the conference's number 1 seed with 1 more win. 2 losses to Baltimore and a Miami defeat in week 18. Remaining schedule at Bengals. Number 6, Buffalo Bills, 9-6, wild card number 2. Despite all the adversity on and off the field, they're a strong heartbeat here, and this team persevered Saturday night to join the playoff field. The division crown remains a possibility if the Bills can sweep their final 2 games and hope Miami also loses to Baltimore. Either way, win out and the Buffalo is in. Remaining schedule versus Patriots at Dolphins. Number 7, Indianapolis Colts, 8-7, wild card number 3. Still highly viable postseason candidate despite getting smacked last week. Remaining schedule versus Raiders versus Texans. Number 8, Houston Texans, 8-7. Out of the playoff field, still highly viable postseason candidate despite getting smacked last week. They can even scales with Indianapolis in week 18. Remaining schedule versus Titans at Colts. Number 9, Pittsburgh Steelers, 8-7. Out of playoff field. If nothing else, they took a big step towards salvaging Mike Tomlin's career-long streak of non-losing seasons as head coach after completing a season sweep of Cincinnati. Still, head-to-head losses to Houston and Indianapolis are among Pittsburgh's problems. Remaining schedule at Seahawks, at Ravens. Number 10, Cincinnati Bengals, 8-7, out of playoff field. A winless mark of 0-5 against the division and 3-7 record in conference are shaping as season-killing detriments, to say nothing of an upcoming trip to Arrowhead. Remaining schedule at Chiefs vs. Browns. Number 11, Las Vegas Raiders, 7-8, out of playoff field. Despite dealing Chiefs a huge blow Monday, the Silver and Black remain very long shots to reach postseason. There are still paths to AFC West title or wild card. Remaining schedule at Colts vs. Broncos. Finally, number 12, the Denver Broncos, 7-8, out of playoff field. And Russ is cooked after that Christmas Eve debacle, though mathematically this team, now on a 2-game skid, will remain alive a bit longer for the AFC West and a wild card. Remaining schedule versus Chargers at Raiders. There you see it, that's the AFC playoff picture as it exists heading into this weekend. Things will obviously change after the games this weekend, but that'll give you a little bit of a look at what's going on and what teams need to do in order to secure those spots. If you want, you can check out my other video. I also did a video on the NFC playoff picture. Check out my other videos to view that one.